Okay.
Okay, everyone. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the reality show, girls. It's Eleni. It's Whitney. And
we're in person.
We're in person. We're together. We have the lights, camera, action, baby.
Literally lights, cameras, multiple cameras, because we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're taking every precaution we can.
We're doing everything, and who knows if this footage is even going to be seen.
Yeah.
But we're doing everything that we can. The pod is progressing, and it's exciting times. Whitney is back in New York City.
Woo.
And
we're here. It's been a little bit of a delay since our last recording because we had to readjust, revamp our lives and figure things out. And there's been a lot going on.
Oh, girl. You guys don't even know. For real. You don't even know what's been happening. I can just... So Whitney came back on last Monday. The 3rd, whatever that was.
Whenever that was. It's the 3rd. Today's the 13th when we're recording.
Yeah.
So.
And this last week, I had a call back for something, and it took up my whole life because there was 1,000 things I had to record, which is like, why do they make you record 1,000 things is my thing.
It's so much, like, especially if it's like this isn't in person, like it's not like it's like towards the you know what I mean, they're just asking for a lot.
It's just asking asking for a
hard.
lot. But anyways, that's done.
You made it through.
I made it through. Oh my gosh, I guess I should just like rip off the band-aid and just fucking say real estate and I have broken up, and what
you're no longer selling any real estate, and that's okay.
Oh my god, it was like such a journey. I mean, you know, we'll be brief about it, but it was like a really hard week, and of course that like topped it off. I feel like it was just kind of, I guess, bound to happen in a way. But y'all, I just have to say one thing, like, you cannot settle for anything, and things always happen for a reason. And if someone can't commit to you, period.
Exactly.
You cannot.
We cannot fix these boys. Do you know what I mean?
And it doesn't. And it's funny because, you know, I don't know. Did I expose his age on this? I can expose it now. I suppose it's not that big of a deal.
About the age
but
gap.
He is. Yeah, we've talked about the age gap. But duh, he's 35, and it still shows you. It does not matter how old you are. It does not matter. Like, sometimes the age is really not a big deal, and either way, I feel like
but I will say that, like, there is something about, like, I just feel like guys really do develop so much slower than girls, like
slower.
For some reason we are just always, and most of the time, more mature in a way. So
totally. And it's just been one of those things where, you know, maybe I just like, you know, I didn't realize that it was just like the way it was. And you realize so many differences in a person when it happens. You kind of like, I feel like when something like this happens, like the curtain goes down and you kind of just like see everything and you're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, because before this happened, you were in a state where you're like, oh, sure, there are these little red flags, but it's like things that I can change,
but it was
like that we can work on,
that you can work on and fix. Like, it was like little things like, you know, communication and this and that. But then when you look back at it, you're just like, wait, oh my gosh, that's kind of huge.
It's like the flag was waving right in your face, but we just chose to.
But you know what? And I'm really content with how I behaved in the relationship. Obviously, I'm still kind of, just to put some context to this, it's Thursday and this happened Sunday. So I'm very fresh off of emotions and stuff. And like, Whitney has seen me, I've been like pretty upset every single day, but I'm like trying to do this in the most, I don't know, there's no correct way to deal with something like this, but I am trying not to like cower away from my emotions, and I'm not trying to like run away and jump into something else. I'm really just trying to be content with what happened and just be accepting that it didn't work out, and that's okay. And there's going to be someone, hopefully, that is going to fulfill everything that I need in a partner. It's the tale as old as time. They're not completely loyal or completely committed, maybe I should say.
Yeah.
And you lose trust. You're not fully trusting of the person. You just don't want to live like that.
You don't want to be on edge every day.
And you know what? And that's what it was. How many times did I spiral? I was always on edge. Always on edge. I feel a sense of relief where, you know what? When I find my person, I'm not going to be on edge.
You shouldn't have to be.
I don't want to be on edge. I don't want to know, like,
Like, sure, there's like this like ooh little giddy feeling you get,
Yes.
and like ooh, what's nervous,
but in a
positive
like when
way.
it lasted like 5 to 6 months, I was like, wait, maybe this babes. I'm like, maybe this isn't the best, but in hindsight, you don't see it at the time, and I think, like I said, when it ended for real, the curtain goes up and you see it, and it's in a way comforting because it's solidifying that everything worked out the way it should have, even though it's really sad and it really sucks and it doesn't feel great to be dumped. It like just doesn't feel good. You feel isolating and you feel helpless. Like you feel like helpless and hopeless. You feel like you're not gonna find. There's like you can't see the future. You're just like disguised with a bunch of like mist in front of you. That's how I feel. I just feel like I have a bunch of fog in front of me and I like can't see. I know that there has to be another side, but it's just like I know it, I hear it, I believe it kind of.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's hard. But I'm really trying to be very aware of where I'm at, very accepting of where I'm at, and I'm just trying to go through the emotions, and I want to be alone. I want to be left alone. I don't want to go on dates. I don't want to do this for a second. I want to find I've said this so many times. I want to find inner peace and inner happiness, like truly.
On your own.
On my own.
On my own. Sorry.
I really do. I really do.
Join us.
Join us. Why are you saying join us?
Us, I mean me. Being on your own,
But there's a sense of like, I like being on my own. There is a sense of that. Like, I eventually do want to share. But the thing is, I don't want to view, I think the thing about real estate is that he never viewed me as like someone to share something with as an addition. He thought of it as a responsibility. And like, that's not
what it should be.
And that's how I don't want it to be. And maybe that's something that like will never change within him. But like, for me, I want someone that's like, I'm secure in myself. I'm happy with myself, but then I want to share that with someone else. As humans, we crave companionship.
It's so true.
And I think a lot of the times, I don't know if men, I mean, I hate to like just be like sexist like this. I don't think it's sexist. I think just our brains are wired differently. I think women can just see that clearly, whereas men can't. Sometimes incapable of seeing it. And that comes from a lot of things. But anyways, I need to get off my soapbox. I need to get it together. I just did want to address the elephant in the room because that has really consumed
in our room.
That has consumed basically
it's been
my
a lot.
whole life. And it's gonna my whole life right now.
My whole life.
My whole being in this state. Like it has consumed. And it's going to consume. I'm going to be sad about it for a while, but I think the better I just acknowledge it and keep moving forward is the best way to deal with it. And there's going to be someone else and it's going to be perfy. One day is going to be perfy. But for now, it's not perfy.
Yes.
And that's my life. Whitney, how are you doing?
How am I doing? We're
How are you adjusting?
We're adjusting. I feel like I'm hello? I don't know. We're here. The minute I got back, I will say the following day, I did some background work. So that was fun.
That was cool for
it was for the Sex and the City. What do you call it? Is it a reboot? Is it a sequel? Is it
I think it's like a reboot, right?
I guess it's a reboot. Yeah.
That's really cool. Whitney is like so cool like that. Well, she'll like come in and be like, "Yeah, I'm doing some background work tomorrow." I'm like, "You just got back. You're so cool."
It was so spur of the moment because my friend from my contract told me about all like where to get background work, and I was like, okay, and then I just submitted, and they were like, hey, are you free this day?
And you did it.
And I did it.
And as you should.
And it was really fun. I got to see, I should know her name, but the woman that plays Charlotte in the show, it was like a scene with her and maybe her daughter. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
And like we were like right outside Central Park by the Guggenheim.
Ooh.
And we were just like walking down the pavement street.
And pavement street.
Yeah. And I had to like pretend to like put one of those electric bikes away, even though I'm wearing like this maxi skirt with heels.
Oh yeah.
Like, do I look like I'm riding on an electric bike? sure, okay. But
No.
yeah, I had to pretend to put it away, and then I walk up to a group of friends, like in the background of the scene, and I think I might be in the shot. I'm just saying. So look out for a black girl with some braids and this beautiful, like, light green skirt on. It's me. It's me.
It's you. It's Whitney
I
Daniels.
hope I'm in the shot.
I hope you are too.
We'll see.
We'll have to like watch it, right? Or
Yeah.
I think Casey watches it, so maybe he can.
I watched the first season, but it's been so long since it came out.
just like, yeah, because I think Casey literally told me it's like the like modern, like it's our like Gossip Girl now. That's what the vibes he was telling me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just meant the New York aspect of it all.
I think he just meant the New
that's
York
what he meant. He definitely just meant that.
But yeah. And
you've worked a little
everyone
bit.
was really nice on the set too, and
Oh, yeah.
including like the people that were directing or whatever.
Yeah.
They like wanted to know our names and stuff. I was like, well, that's nice of you. You're gonna forget like in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Thanks
but
for asking.
at least the authentic moment in that moment, it was authentic and real.
Yes,
so that's
yes,
nice.
Yes. Also, it was just so funny because everyone like across the street was filming and like just standing and watching. But
Yeah.
it's literally the most boring scene ever. So I'm like, you guys watch for like 5 minutes and leave. But some people were there for like at least 30 minutes, and I'm like, you can go.
Did you feel so cool?
I did feel a little cool, a little elite. And then there were other people.
You don't get paid for that, do you?
For what? Background work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh my God, I wouldn't do it for free. Are you kidding?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know shit. I don't do background work.
Hey, come on, come join.
I'm going to. I actually am going to.
Yeah.
I need to fill that.
Because there's some stuff I can't do because it's like period work pieces. And so, like with my hair, I can't do it right now, but you could do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
Period.
I'll be period.
Come on. Okay.
Period. Period.
But I was just going to say, I already told you about it, but I think it was just really cool that, like, you know, I was by the bikes and actual people are like trying to put away their bikes and they don't realize that there's like a scene being filmed. And
people are
so
stupid.
This girl comes up to like put her bike away and I'm like, wait, I think I know this girl.
No.
And it's a girl that I follow on Instagram. Her name's Morgan Riley. But she's a singer. Shout out. She's like, she was on Broadway doing some like show that Lin-Manuel, like, it's kind of like an improv type show where they're like singing and rapping about. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but she was on Broadway for that, and then she's just like a really good singer like that, but better than what I just did. But anyway, so I saw her and I was like, "Are you Morgan Riley?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my God, I love your voice." And she was like, "Wow."
Oh wait,
thanks.
she wasn't doing the background work?
No.
Wait,
no,
why did
she
I not know
literally
that?
was just putting her bike away. She was
Oh,
just
that
in
is
the city.
crazy.
Yeah. And so she was like, "What's your name?" And I just said my name is Whitney. I didn't even tell her my full name. And then like the following day, she followed me on Instagram. So that was so sweet of her.
I did not put that together that she was not in the background work.
No.
That's really cool, Whitney.
Yeah,
That's even cooler now.
Yeah.
You're even cooler than I thought you were. You were already cool and you became cooler.
So cool. But anyway, that was literally the following day when I came back to New York. And then I've done some auditions already.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had to self-tape a ton of things too.
Yeah, Whitney came back and she's inspiring. You know, it's like she's already back and she's doing
trying to be
shit.
booked,
I know, we're trying to be booked. Really trying to be booked. I put my whole being into that callback last week.
You really did.
So like I'm just hoping. And then I have my first like in-person callback in a really long time on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, and it's for something I don't want.
But it's good practice.
But it's practice. I'm using it as like, girl, go back to Pearl, get your fucking Ladukas on and dance, bitch.
Dance, bitch.
Dance, monkey, dance. And I have to sing a pop rock cut. Guys, what are we singing for pop rock? Because what the fuck? Thank you. I don't know what to sing. I just like get over yourselves,
our journey
guys.
over
get
here.
Over
Okay?
yourselves. Do not make us sing pop rock. Stop making me sing pop rock.
Bring back.
Please, you forced me.
What am I trying to say? Bring back traditional, not traditional, but
Bring back normal ass contemporary musical theater cuts. Stop making me do pop rock, because when I see the pop rock musicals, these bitches are singing in their musical theater ass voices, which that's how I sound. So why are we even trying to do something that we're not?
yeah, that's so true. When I listen to like Anne Juliet or Moulin Rouge, like we just sound like musical theater people.
You're a fire. What the fuck is the word? Baby, you're a firework. Like that's how I'm gonna sing it, because I am a musical theater bitch, and I will be singing musical theater. I will be.
We have too many angles. Okay,
I have too many angles. I'm just trying to really. I'm really trying to hit this home. Stop making me sing pop rock. Please, God, make me just sing a normal ass contemporary musical theater cut, because that's what I trained for and that's what I've been working on. And please don't make me do this pop rock. But anyways, I'm going to be doing pop rock on Tuesday. So I will be singing that. Any suggestions, comments, this episode's going to release after this, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. This is the conversation that can keep going. This is the conversation that will keep
exactly. Someone please let us know, like, how are you getting through these auditions?
And let me ask you this: do you like to sing that song? Do you like to sing your pop rock song?
I mean, I know some people that be slaying the pop rock songs, but that's not for everybody.
Yes, some people thrive.
Some people thrive, but
and I'm like, fuck you for thriving. Sorry.
Like, go off, but fuck you.
No, go off, but fuck you. And also, I will take that cut. Thank you. And then I sing it. And I'm like, God.
Something sounds a little different.
Anyways.
So
Whitney's been doing her thing.
You've been doing your thing.
I guess I've been kind of doing my thing. I'm kind of
in my pocket. You know what we should talk about? We went to see your friend's show.
Guys, we went to go see
Mary.
Bestie Mary's show that she produced. I'm pretty sure directed as well. I don't know for sure. I think she directed it. I'm sure she
had
did.
multiple hats on. Okay.
She had a costume change. Mary, you did a great job. We enjoyed the show so much, even though the next day was so horrible. Sorry, I keep thinking about my weekend. That moment was great though, and
that was a great moment.
It was such a great moment. We enjoyed the show.
Full of singers. What was the theme? Heroes forged from the flame.
Great,
crazy,
great and crazy, and perfect.
But it was so much fun.
It was so fun. We got to sit down and listen to people sing, and it's always good. I think it's always good if you have friends that do shows, and just anytime someone's doing something and you're available, just go. Just do it.
Just go support. Like, you may be like, I don't think I want to be there. Like, I don't want to get out of the house. It's 9:30.
I don't want to go out. Get out. Get out, bitch. Get out.
Get some theater. Get some art in your soul.
Anytime you have the opportunity to see art, you see it. Yeah. That's like my...
And here's what I'll say. This music, no pop rock was needed. Okay?
No pop rock was needed, but we did get some birds flying high. You know how I feel. But I don't even know.
I don't even...
No, that was the only, non-musical theater song, I think, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Was there any other?
I don't think so. I think that was it.
That was it.
You can... He was giving character choices in that.
That man was giving acting.
Acting.
He was like, I'm an actor singing this song. That's what it gave me.
Indeed.
It was an array of performers, because he was a little bit older. I guess he was a little bit older. And then we had younger, I just feel like we had a good range of people.
Good range of people.
And I'm assuming
and it was Sondheim too, which is my favorite. So
yeah, they did a little more merrily.
Into the Woods. Other things
I just can't think.
Yeah, but it was a good
Baker's
time.
Wife.
Yeah, the Baker's Wife.
Meadowlark. I don't think I've ever heard Meadowlark performed.
Really? You mean it live?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, actually, I sang it live, so I can't. I don't. Does it count if you're hearing yourself?
It doesn't count.
Okay, fine.
It doesn't count. Take yourself out.
Fine. I'm out.
You don't count.
I don't matter.
You don't matter, Whitney. Stop. Okay, you sang Meadowlark.
Okay, whatever.
We heard a jazz acoustic version. Not acoustic. Why am I saying acoustic? We heard a jazz. I just thought acoustic would be
funny. A jazzy version?
Jazz version of Defying Gravity, which I loved.
It was crazy.
I love the choices. And I think our favorite was the last performance. I think it was great. I can't even... It was Meadowlark.
It was Meadowlark. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. But anyways, Mary, if you're listening to this, we enjoyed it so much. And I think you're amazing. And I aspire to do something like that one day.
Yeah.
It's inspiring. It really is. Like, when you see a peer doing something like that, you're like, oh shit, like, that is amazing. Like, she put that together. She did it. And it's cool. I think I felt the same way when Claire did her show. I was like, cool. Like, fucking cool that you did that. You practiced that, you rehearsed it, you got the space, you got the people to be there. It's cool. It's cool to have that. And when you have your day job too, I don't really know what she does for work, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, I know Mary works, like, it is not easy to be in this business, period, and then to make connections and make a show like that you feel like is for nothing, but it is for something.
It's for something.
It is. All of these little things that we do are for something. And I like, even that, I mean, I met Mary at that open jar class that at the end I was literally like, well, that was a waste of my fucking time, but it wasn't. No, I don't think it was.
No.
Because first off, I wouldn't have gone to that show on Saturday if I didn't go do that open jar class, because we wouldn't even known Mary, Bestie Mary. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's other things that are going to come from that.
Yeah.
Later on.
You also figured out what song works best for you from doing that.
Oh, true. And then I recorded it.
Yeah.
And I submitted it.
Yep.
And I didn't get a call back for anything yet. But I've only submitted it for one thing.
Exactly.
So
the world is our oyster, okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling really in a new space.
Yes.
I'm trying to,
yes,
at least.
Indeed.
Yes, and let's get into our topics.
Okay.
First things first. Okay, I've been really bad because I'm not up to date with Love Island, but I think I can put in my like exposition thoughts. Whitney's up to date, right?
I'm up to date. I'm all the way up to date, but I will not spoil anything for you.
Thank you. I
actually don't care. You've seen a couple of it's really honestly not much has happened. I'm honestly not impressed with these people that are on the show right now. And besides like maybe like one or two of the girls.
Yeah.
I like maybe three of them.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's just what I'm just seeing on my screen, and what kind of scares me. Like, here's the thing. I like get your work done. Get the work done that you want on your face.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Get it done.
But there's a thing where I just feel like people are doing it now way too early. Do you know what I mean? It's like there is preventative, and then there's just like you've
I don't know if
surpassed.
it's too early or too much.
That's the thing. Yeah.
I think it might be a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, like I'm just too poor to do more.
That as well.
So like, do I want to do more? Yeah, I want to do more, but I don't know if I want to do that.
But and there's also the thing where like you get on the train and then you just can't get off. But I guess I'm saying all this to say is that the girls on this season
are botched.
They just look so much older than their actual age. I'm pretty sure most of the girls are like 24, 25.
21, 22, 23, 24, and 25.
Just in that area, and pretty much like
looking 32.
Most of them are looking, like 32 to 36.
But there's also 3 girls that look exactly alike.
3 of the girls look exactly the same.
Same hair.
Harriet, Samantha, and
Bibapu. I don't know.
Jet? No, I don't know her name. But you see my point?
Yep, you see my point.
I can't differentiate them.
They're all the same. They look the same. They talk the same. They look like their lips are the same. The work that they've gotten done is the same. Like
I'll say Harriet is the one that I get shocked by every time she's on my
it's
screen.
Also the way they're doing their makeup.
Yeah,
that's not even helping. It's just adding.
I mean, we sound very judgmental, but it's just like, I know that these girls are probably so beautiful.
They're gorgeous. They didn't really need to do that
and
much.
Like, if that's what you need to make yourself feel confident and beautiful, then go off, queen, as long as you feel great. But just know,
who are we?
In general, like, who are we? Who are we? But in general, it's just like, I know that, like, there's so many standards put on us, and we feel like we have to look in a certain type of way.
I just hope that they didn't do that because they felt like they had to. I hope they did that because they wanted to, but like it's hard when you see multiple people doing that, because it's like not everyone wants to look like that, really. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know. Anyway, so that's honestly the season. I'm just gonna say this. Yeah, the guys. I'm like, hello, and like you saw the second episode. So Joey Essex, who is this reality TV star, he came on to the show.
Catch me outside. I'm about to beat him up.
And literally, he came onto the show. He got to steal a girl.
Yeah.
And the guy from the previous couple that she was in got dumped immediately. And it was literally one day. He was on the island for one day and he left. And this guy, whose name is Sam, and he was the cutest one there for me. He was the one with the tattoos and the piercings, and he was a hairstylist.
Oh, the mullet.
He had a mullet, yes. And I was like,
I was
bro,
a little scared of him. You know how I feel about the mullets. I can't do it.
I love the mullet. I
can't.
loved his whole vibe.
I can't do the mullet. I have to say goodbye to the mullet. I cannot do that. But I understood. Because honestly, if I had to pick, he would have been up there.
Yeah, because
Slim
the choices.
They're picking these like bald ass men. Everyone has no hair.
What?
Everyone's bald.
You mean their bodies?
Their bodies and their minds and their hair. Their receding hairlines.
Minds are bald.
There's one man, I don't know what his name is, but every time he's on the screen, I'm like, there he is. There he goes again. This man.
You talking about the tall one with the bird nose?
Yes, and he thinks he is so hot, and I'm like, you are just like kind
of
hot.
He's causing a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I was like, you're
now.
just kind of hot. You're not as hot as you think you are. I think most guys think they're hotter than they are.
Oh yeah, Ronnie. His name is Ronnie. He. Well, okay. Can I just spoil a little bit what's happening? Because
Sure. Okay. I actually need to know.
So what's happening is that he's in a love triangle right now with Harriet.
No way.
Well, first of all, Harriet caused a bunch of drama on her own because she was originally with Kieran and Nicole. My God. Okay.
Nicole. So it's Harriet.
First there was a love triangle with Harriet, Kieran, and Nicole.
Okay.
And Kieran wanted to be with Nicole. He was coupled up with Harriet. And Harriet was having a whole tizzy, big old fit about what's happening, even though I feel like they handled their situation much better.
Yeah.
Because in the end, he gets with Nicole and it's fine. But Harriet had a whole freak out when it happened. And then now Harriet is in this other love triangle with Jess. She was the one with the dark hair.
True,
She was like the chill one, which we were like, we like her.
Blue eyes? No.
Yes?
Yes? Okay.
Maybe? I don't know. It was just Ronnie, the guy who thinks he's hot shit. Okay. Just Ronnie and Harriet. Now they're in a love triangle. And Harriet is basically being a hypocrite and doing all this stuff with Ronnie after she just had to be in the situation where she was the Jess in the love triangle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it's exhausting. And
so like she's like, I mean, Ronnie is kissing Harriet but Harriet is accepting it. And even though he's in a couple with Jess. And I'm just like, and literally he said to the boys, he was like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. And I'm just like, are you joking? Are you joking?
Crazy.
Like, you're not even like, bro, you're just not even that cute.
But you're
for
not
this.
that
You're not that
for
cute.
This.
Enough. But
you're really not that cute for this. Yeah, that's what I've been saying this whole time. I'm like, he's just not that cute for any of this to be happening. But, regardless.
What can you do? These boys are just having their fun. But yeah, that's kind of the Love Island gist. I don't know what's happening. The love triangles have been going on for too long. And I'm like, okay, they did dump 2 people. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, thank God, because there was too many people on here. And they need to bring some new people in. And someone needs to be hotter. I will say Uma. You don't know Uma. Okay. Maybe you do. I don't know. She came on and she's beautiful.
Great.
Stunning.
Great.
Gorgeous.
Great.
And I need her to find a man.
Good.
And that was another love triangle too. Literally, there's so many happening.
Ugh.
But anyway,
enough of
that's Love Island.
Hopefully it'll pick up a little bit. The beginning stages are always a little rough. I think we get into the meat of it around like episode 20. Mm-hmm. And I know that sounds crazy for people who don't watch Love Island. It's still good. You still need to watch these episodes in the beginning because it's
the exposition.
It's the exposition. You can't skip the motherfucking exposition. I always say I love exposition. Mm-hmm. People hate on it. I love it. Here I am saying I love it and haven't even watched it, but in due time I'll get there. Mm-hmm. I'll catch up. I always will. And especially with the regular seasons of Love Island, maybe All Stars and stuff, I'm like whatever, but like I like to see Love Island.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a fan from the
And here's the thing, Love Island USA is about to start too, which is
crazy. And Ariana
Madix she's hosting. And then, did you watch? I don't know if you haven't really watched USA, but my girl Celie is also. She's kind of like the Mora of the season. I don't know if you know Mora, you know Mora.
Mora Higgins.
Is that Mora?
Yeah.
I
think her last name.
Because she like popped in occasionally on USA.
Yeah.
Or maybe
she was like the host.
She wasn't like the host. She just would sometimes come in. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. But anyways, now Celie is doing it.
Cool.
Or Celie? Am I saying her name right? I'm sorry. Celie? I think it's Celie.
Well, regardless, that's exciting. I might watch. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch it. I'm a reality TV girl and I'll be watching everything. You know what else is coming out or just came out today that we haven't watched yet? I'm so excited. Bridgerton is out, you guys. And I can't believe I'm holding back, but You're
going to watch it like right after this, aren't you? Yeah.
Probably.
I'm going to try my best. All right,
we're going to do some errands first. But
yeah.
It's going to be great. I can't wait.
It's going to be so good.
I'm going to cry. I mean, I just love them so much. I just love them so much. Anyway, so next week we will recap Bridgerton.
Next week is going to be all things Bridgerton because, like,
Well, and probably second half of Perfect Match, hopefully.
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure.
Maybe,
sure.
because it comes out
Bridgerton
on
is
Friday.
our priority. We
Wait,
love
that's
Bridgerton.
tomorrow. That's literally tomorrow. Wow. This week's gone by
Yeah,
so
so
fast.
next week is definitely going to be Bridgerton Perfect Match. And speaking of Perfect Match,
Yeah,
Perfy,
let's
Perfy
talk about the
Match.
first 6 episodes of Perfect Match. Oh my God, we
Wow.
didn't. So you finished the last episode without
I know.
me there, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on what happened.
I don't know. I don't really.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll tell you my thoughts. But let's
mean,
start from the top. Let's start from the top.
Maybe you'll spark something in me. Okay, let's start from the top.
Let's start from the top.
Okay, I will say that I have always watched Perfect Match. How many seasons?
This is only the second season.
Perfect. Perfy Match. So last season, I'll say, I feel like all the Netflix Nick Lachey shows are just in my head, living rent free for no reason. But I will say I never finished the first season of Perfect Match.
And you know what? I get it.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Last season was not good. It simply wasn't. But this season is different.
Good.
It's different this time. It's good. I think
I was like, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a
criticism.
chance. Yeah, Whitney was like, we're gonna watch it, and I'm like, okay. And I've seen it kind of like pop off on Instagram too. So I think everyone's kind of enjoying this season.
Mm-hmm.
So to set the scene, if you don't know Perfect Match, it's another Nick Lachey, Love Is Blind.
Why is this Nick Lachey's production?
Is it Lachey? Am I saying it right?
Yes. It's just like, it's a Netflix. I feel like you're making it seem like Nick Lachey put this together himself.
Well, okay.
He came up with the concept.
Listen. I don't even know if he came up with anything. This man is so stupid.
No.
It's without Vanessa, thank God. But this is if you don't know, it's the Love Is Blind people. Okay, for people that don't know, and it's just
What?
he does Love Is Blind.
Oh, you're talking about Nick Lachey.
Yeah, I'm talking about Nick Lachey.
People from Perfect Match.
No,
Okay.
Perfect Match encapsulates multiple people in Netflix shows such as Love Is Blind, Dated Related,
The Circle,
The Mole. I think Dom is the only one from The Mole. What's the other one I'm trying to think of? There's other ones.
There's so many that I haven't even watched. I'm like, dang, do I need to go back? Too Hot to Handle. That's
Too Hot to Handle. You know, an array of these shows. We're missing some shows, but the Netflix shows, and they kind of combine them all. So some of them are love shows and some of them aren't. So it's kind of cool to see the different personalities within that. Mm-hmm.
Surviving Paradise. That's something too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's these characters from all of these shows, and they're all come together in a villa, kind of like Love Island, and they have to find their perfect match.
And at the end of the night, they always match up. So they'll ask them match up, and they literally stay together. And it's not janky like Love Island where they all sleep in the same room. You get your own room.
That's really nice.
Like honestly. You get your own room. You shut the door. Who knows what happens? Like they're definitely all hooking up with each other. Like that's crazy. Love Island is kind of like disguised. We're old Love Island. They used to be like hooking up.
They used to be showing some things.
They used to be like literally all having like sex in a row. Like it's crazy. But
like
now it's like very like low key. But so they get their own room, whatever, and they have challenges during the day. So it has like that game show aspect of like you have to do challenges. If they win the challenge, that couple is selected like the perfect. I don't know.
They get to be the perfect match for that week, and then they get to go into a room and decide who they want to bring into the house to cause more chaos, basically.
And they set up a date. Essentially, they'll be like,
they'll set up a date with someone who's already in the house with someone new that they bring in.
Someone new, and then they go on their date. And then they come back, and then it re-ups again. Then they have to realize if they're going to match with that person, the new person, or the old person. Then the person that they don't match with leaves. Bum, bum, bum. So that's the concept of Perfect Match. If you haven't watched it, a little confusing. Hopefully you followed along, but I suggest you watch it because it's really not that deep. It's a good time. It's not that deep.
Here's the thing. The season 1, it wasn't that good because first of all, I don't think that they had a lot of good people on it. It was a lot of people that I just didn't know personally. Like I guess Francesca, Dom, Georgia. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. She was on Too Hot to Handle, and she, I guess a little spoiler, but she wins the perfect match with Dom. But you kind of need to know this information for season 2.
Yeah, because Dom comes back. Yes. I remember Dom being on the perfect match. Like I remember him being like one of the only people I knew because I randomly watched The Mole. I loved The Mole.
I've never seen The Mole.
I loved it.
But I did love Dom from season 1. This season, can't really say the same. But anyway, so let's get into this season. because I think they have a good cast this time. First of all, let me just say the intro with Nick Lachey. Why did he have to take his shirt off and jump into the pool? I really could have gone without seeing that. Sorry, Nick, but
I can go without seeing Nick Lachey on my screen forever. But I'm also like the biggest fan of him as well. When he comes, I'm like, oh shit, is
I'm
Nick
just
Lachey?
thinking about him singing that Halsey song. Did you see that?
No,
video?
stop. That was so stupid.
That was a
Halsey. He, like, Nick Lachey
He was
is literally,
feeling
by
his
all
oats.
means, the short king that we never wanted, but we still have.
Yep, exactly.
It's kind of like Andy Cohen. No, it's not like Andy.
Don't you dare bring.
It's literally not even Andy. I don't even know why I said that.
I can't believe you said. We're just gonna disregard that. Everyone.
I love Andy.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so why would you compare an Andy to Nick Lachey?
Because I'm crazy.
You're crazy. Oh my god.
And
So
I
anyway,
love Nick Lachey low key.
so there's Nick Lachey. He has his intro. Then people start coming into the house.
Nick Lachey.
You're insane.
If people, I need you to look up Nick Lachey right now. Like, just look at his fucking face. Why is Nick Lachey
She's
so
not well,
funny?
you guys.
Oh my god.
Oh
Nick
my
Lachey
god.
walking into the house. It's so unserious.
And then Vanessa's so fucking kooky. And you think about the two of them together and you're like, no wonder they work together.
I mean, they are so unserious as humans. I'm sorry. That's so bad to say. But
I feel like it's Vanessa's like a low-key version of J-Lo. You know, J-Lo's
oh my god, she's
fucking
so
wild.
off brand J-Lo. It's so like they are just so funny to me. Like just their presence makes me laugh. I'm a fan. It's like JoJo Siwa. I can't stop watching.
So
and I don't want to stop.
That's so true. Oh my god. Okay, get it together, Eleni.
Okay. I'm done laughing about Nick Lachey. It's so unserious. What were we talking about, though?
We're talking about the beginning of
We gotta get past it.
We do.
What's the original cast? Yeah.
The original cast. And let me try and think. We have the people that matter. Sam, you know what? Let me actually just pull up the list because I'm not going to try and get this off the top of my head.
I love when she has the notes because there's no way I would retain this.
Okay, original cast that comes in. We have Izzy from Love is Blind.
Oh my
God. A bald man.
Another fucking bald ass man.
Awkward man, and he's older than a lot of the rest of the cast.
Okay, can I say this one thing?
What?
One interjection.
What's that?
I know I always interject. I always have something to say. But I will say, why does this man always talk in a weird smile?
He's always talking.
It's like an uncomfortable smile.
He's like, I'm really uncomfortable.
He's like, I'm just really uncomfortable.
And I wrote down in his intro, you know, they have him walk in and then have like a little slow-mo moment of them. His slow-mo moment was so creepy. It was like he was smiling, but his tongue was out. He was like, I was like,
I don't find him attract. I know that he is attractive in some ways.
He is,
but don't think
his riz is so low that
his riz bar is like not even no, it's like he's bald too. Fuck, like there's no hair. I just don't even.
You and the bald, you don't like it.
I don't like actually it. Hate bald people. No, that's crazy.
Stop.
If you're bald, I'm so sorry.
Crazy.
I don't hate bald people.
Sorry.
I hate bald
to the
people.
bald community. She doesn't mean that.
I don't mean it. I just mean I hate bald people on reality TV shows. Is that better? It's not better. Keep going.
No, because you know who else is on here? Miss Tolu, and she's bald and she's fucking amazing.
Sorry, I should really preface this by saying men.
There we go.
Thank you. I love the women on this show.
Yes.
There's not one woman I hate.
Yeah, so far everyone's pretty good.
Love the women. Always do.
Yeah, so Izzy comes in. There's Kaz. Kaz is so beautiful. From Dated and Related. This beautiful
he's very
British man.
Beautiful.
Love that. Tall. I think
ripped up.
I don't know. Then there's Steven. I don't know. Stefan.
It's Stefan.
But it's with the V.
Stefan is one of those guys that you would like have a one night stand with.
Yeah, he looks like
He's
Machine
giving
Gun
like
Kelly.
yes, like he's hot. He's tatted up. He's like blonde and just like random,
Like bleach blonde. Like that
like
is not his
bleach.
natural
Like
hair
it's
color.
not natural. Like he's nothing about him is natural, and he's like
And I
has a
love
good
it.
body, and it's great.
His teeth not natural. Like those
His teeth are fake. Like everything's fake, but it's great.
But he's hot.
Yeah, he's hot for like the moment.
Also,
That's why I'm like
yeah,
a temporary moment.
and then we have Harry. Mr. Harry
Jowsey.
Harry Jowsey.
How many times have we talked about Harry Jowsey?
He's everywhere. He won't go away. He's like a little kind of like Jojo Siwa, just won't go away.
He's just
No
like
matter
that
what you do.
little rat that comes back for seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Always come in and like I just you can't get rid of him. No matter how many traps you put out, this man is quick and nimble.
You know what's even worse about it is like I'm like, oh, he's such a bad guy, but when he's on my screen, I'm like, you are so hot.
No, Whitney, stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop, Whitney,
I'm sorry.
stop.
It's the white man effect. It just happens. It happens.
He is hot.
He's the
That's
quintessential white man. Do you know what I mean? Like
he is.
Like, is it brown
And now
hair?
that
Like
he's
dirty
like
blonde hair, blue
and now that
eyes,
he's like grown
tall.
up. Well, he's not grown up completely.
He's
but
got some facial hair now.
now that he's like
They
a
showed
little more
a clip
built,
of him on Too Hot to Handle his first season, and
Girl,
he looked like the
looked
most tiniest
shriveled
little
up.
baby.
Francesca really brought him up to.
I don't even know how Francesca liked him because he
She
looked
saw
so not cute.
She saw the.
We always see that though. We always see the potential in the guys, and we're like,
Yep, she saw it, and I think
can
I
see
saw
what
it too
you're
because
gonna
I was
be.
like, "Why is he like weirdly attractive?" I'm like, I don't know, but now he's like blossomed.
yeah,
I mean, we even like saw him dance, and we're still saying he's hot.
that's true.
That's when you know.
I mean, he did give me the ick while he was dancing, but anyway, so he's on the show, and we got to talk about the tea that he's just coming in hot because, as we said, Dom and Georgia, they won last season of Perfect Match.
Yes.
And then immediately after Perfect Match like airs, we find out that Georgia is dating Harry. And I'm like, wait, what? What happened to Dom? And it turns out that Georgia cheated on Dom with Harry.
Harry Jowsey.
Yeah. And it's so funny because after this happens, Dom eventually comes onto the Perfect Match, and Harry's the one that brings him into the house. And we're like, wait, what? Aren't they like beefing or whatever? But no, they're like really good friends now. And I'm like, how does that even happen? Like, but I guess they just talked it out like bros, and now they're friends. But I'm kind of like, damn, Georgia, you're kind of not a good person, because it turns out, because I Googled it, and according to Reddit, people are saying that Georgia cheated on Harry with Tyga.
Now, when is Tyga gonna get out of my radar? He's always popping up.
Who is
Tyga, the rapper?
He was with like Kylie. Yeah, I'm just like, he's all over the place. What's with him and these reality people?
I don't know.
Like, get out of there, Tyga. Get out.
I don't know, but
go somewhere else.
I don't know.
But I thought it was crazy that she's just gonna have a history for cheating, eh?
I don't know, but Faded is one of my favorite songs still to this day. Tyga.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Honorable mention for Faded. And don't call me a basic bitch for liking that song, because I am a basic bitch.
Anyways, so that's crazy. Harry's already coming in hot with his drama. But so yeah, the girlies that are in the house are Miss Tolu, who I mentioned earlier. She is this beautiful black woman.
Bald,
she's got such a fun personality.
Bald, black, beautiful.
I guess she's not completely bald. It's like shaved very close to the head. But
and she originally like was after Iggy
Azalea. No, and she was on The Trust, which I've never seen before.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
She made a joke. She was like, "We're both bald."
Yeah.
Something funny like that.
Tolu, Micah from Love is Blind, she's on this season.
How could we forget her?
And it's Elise. Elise is this tall British blonde girly from Too Hot to Handle. I didn't
Guys,
realize
how do we feel about when you dye your hair really bleach blonde, but you still have your eyebrows dark? I know that that's a look, but I still don't know if I'm like convinced of the look.
It really depends. Like on this picture, it looks fine.
Oh,
it just depends on how fine. I mean, how
but
dark.
That's like made up. I think when we were like watching her confessionals and stuff, I was like, wait, something looks off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Dominique, she was another girl from Too Hot to Handle that was a part of the original Perfect Match cast. Oh God, and then I forgot about this other dude. Fuck. Brighton. He
Who's
was
that?
on the Squid Game. Oh, I haven't seen that Squid Game, the challenge, that the way they made like a actual.
Oh my god, really? They made
haven't
that?
seen that?
And also, this
Or
is
heard about it?
off topic, but are they gonna make another season 2 Squid?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. When?
Because
I
heard
it's
that
been years.
they're filming it or something.
Well, they're gonna have to drop it soon. They can't do a Stranger Things thing where we don't.
Oh, but they are. It's been too long.
As in, I don't even remember what happened at the end. He
I
won.
didn't even finish. Don't tell me anything, because I literally only watched the first episode because it was honestly so graphic. I was like, ooh, I think I need to watch it like in a space like this, because I was trying to watch it on the ship and it was
spooky.
It just wasn't. The vibes were not correct.
That's not correct.
Yeah.
You should watch it in a space like here.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways.
Anyway, so yeah, Brighton is on this show. So let's get into the original recouplings. So Brighton couples up with Dominique, and they, as I don't know who said it. It might have been Harry. The two of them are like little chihuahuas, just yapping at each other. Like Brighton always wants to be right, and Dominique wants Brighton to listen to her, and they were just not working. And Brighton literally made Dominique cry after a challenge, and he had no remorse. Like literally, his face was just like, okay, like why are you crying? And I was like, bro, what's wrong with you? Anyway. And then Harry matches up with Elise, and from the minute he matched up with her, I was like, he's just doing this to stay in the house. Like, he does not actually like this girl.
Wait, Harry?
Yeah.
Was matched with Elise?
Yes.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. And because she's not his type. His type is short, brunette, like, just tiny little girl. Not little girl, sorry. And Elise is the complete opposite of that. She's like super tall, blonde hair, like, yeah, it's just not
it.
the vibe that he normally goes for. And then Izzy, oh my god, see, Izzy's Riz is shown in this because he originally wanted to get with Micah. He was like, you've been on my radar for a while, and Micah's
no.
Just like, actually, no, I'm okay. And I don't know when this part happened, but I thought it was so hilarious because Izzy was like, you know what, I'm going to shoot my shot again. And it's Izzy, Micah, and Kaz. And they're sitting at a table. And Izzy's like, you know what, you should just like, if you want to speak to somebody, you should speak to someone, you know? And then Izzy was like, do you want to go talk to Micah? And she's like, actually, can we go talk to Kaz?
She
literally just disregarded him and walks away with Kaz. And I'm like, oh, Izzy, my man. Like,
Izzy, my man, you looking stupid. Why is your name Izzy?
That too. What is it short for? And then like Micah was in a couple with Steven for a second, and then and Xanthi. I forgot about Xanthi. Yeah. She was also part of the original cast. Sorry, girlfriend. She was an interesting character. They had to do this thing where everyone had to like make out with everyone and rate how good the kisses were, and she wouldn't kiss anybody. And I was kind of like, you know what? Go off, girly. I'm kind of like low-key proud of her for that, because like if she doesn't want to kiss everybody, she was like, you need to like work to get my kisses. And I'm like,
she's iconic.
Okay,
she's the moment.
Yeah.
Fellow Greek girl.
So anyway, from that challenge, whoever had like the highest kisses for each other got to win and go into the room and make the decision of who comes in next. And I think it was Micah and Kaz that won that challenge.
Yeah.
So they bring in Miss Alara to go on a date with Stefan, and she's this British girlie who was on Dated and Related. And then they bring in Chris. Chris was also on Dated and Related, and
Prince Eric.
He's like Prince Eric. He's Flynn Rider. He's
literally a Disney prince.
Yeah. And he goes on a date with Dominique. And it didn't really work with Chris and Dominique. And Chris, he started talking to Xanthi for a little bit. It was kind of all over the place. Everyone was all over the place.
He was all over the place. And then all of a sudden, there was like a turn. And then we started to see couples form, because then Jess came in too.
Yes, that was the next thing. Is I think another challenge happened. Somehow Jess from what is it? Love is Blind. The one with Jess, the iconic line.
The iconic line. You are going to
fucking choke when you see me. You will need your EpiPen. Because you will be basically ruining the day you ever thought you could break up with me.
And she's so true for that.
She is so good with her words. And like, you kind of see from this show that she's pretty intelligent. Like,
she's smart. Like, it's, I was telling Whitney this. It's like, I want to hate her, but there's no reason to hate her, and I like her. It's like, this is the person that we should be like, girl, but it's like there is nothing that she does that is like off. Like I like every choice that she made. Love every choice that she made on Love Is Blind, and I love every choice she's made so far. Even though she's with Harry, and that's where we're getting to. She went on a date with Harry, whatever.
She comes in, she goes on a date with Harry, and Harry's like, "Oh my god, this is Harry's my type like, to a T. I'm in love with her. Like I want to be with her."
They coupled off so quickly.
But the way that he handled that situation with Elise, I absolutely hate it. I'm realizing from watching this that Harry is absolutely terrible with confrontation, terrible with having
with everything,
arguments, but really it could just be a conversation.
He's like a low baller.
He doesn't like to hear anything bad about himself, and so like once things don't go his way, he's like stops listening. Because Elise, like, she was clearly upset that he wanted to be with Jess when they were in a couple, and he was acting like they were really good together. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, like I love what we have," you know, like giving her like reassurance, and he ends up like kind of gaslighting her, being like, "Well, if you're gonna act like this, and I just don't know if this is gonna work," and it's like, literally, it's because of you that I'm acting like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's so stupid.
To turn it on to her, it was terrible. And then the way that he ended the conversation, he was like, "All right, so cheers," like trying to like clink her glass, and she was like, "No, not cheers." She was just like, what? I'm literally so confused.
So stupid. So she's hurt.
Yeah,
and
she's hurt.
Jess and Harry get together. Then they have that challenge where it's like the truth bombs, whatever, the truth bomb. And then, remember that one?
Yes, and I think Dom and Talou win that one.
Yes, because then obviously Talou leaves.
Yes, because they go on a date, Izzy. And Talou left Izzy and someone else left. Couldn't tell you who.
Couldn't tell you.
Sorry.
Xanthi.
Well, that happened. Xanthi, Dominique, Izzy, and then another guy
they all
left.
Like left at the same time.
Bye. But so Brighton. Dom is coupled up with Talou, and you could kind of tell, like, because Harry brought in Dom for Talou. That's what that was. My God, it's all very confusing to talk about. It's all
very confusing. They got together.
Watch the show, and you'll be on our level, okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to like just get to the meat of it. I guess
there's a lot of meat. There's a lot.
I'm trying to like.
Because
the way I'm chopping through the forest to try to get to what it is.
Yes, but basically, Dom, you can tell that he actually wasn't very into Talou, and he wants to be with Alara. But Alara is coupled up with Stefan, and she kind of is vibing him more. But Dom, basically, when Dom and Talou win the challenge, he's like, "I think that you, Talou, should go on a date because I'd want to figure things out with Alara." And Talou is upset about that, which really sucks.
Talou's like, "Here's another one gone."
And it's kind of frustrating because you can kind of tell that Dom might not be into black girls, you know what I mean?
He's like, maybe.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks. But that's another topic.
That's another day.
Yes, and so Talou goes on a date with what's his face from The Ultimatum. I'm sorry, but I was not loving his vibe at all. Jake from The Ultimatum. He goes on a date with Talou, and Justin from Surviving Paradise goes on a date with Elise because, you know, Elise needs to like get her life back together after Harry broke up with her. And Justin's pretty cute.
Justin is cute.
He's like this tall man that's with brown hair and weird, like typical white
but
man,
cute.
But cute. Yeah.
Well, darker beard.
Yeah.
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 I'm not convinced that they're like for each other, but they're cute together now.
Yeah. I don't think they really like each other, but Elise is like, I'm trying to stay here because I want to fuck up Harry and Jess's relationship. That's like her MO right now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really like after Jess, but it's more so after Harry.
Yeah, more after Harry.
Because like you can't hate Jess.
No.
And then Talou.
Yeah, Talou clearly isn't vibing. What's his name? That I already forgot his name because he's that irrelevant to me. So Jake. And she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because like Dom like fucked me over.
Dom's over. Izzy is over. So she's just like, what?
And then Chris coupled up with Elise first as like a friendship couple.
As a friendship because they knew each other from whatever show.
And
so they're in a friendship. So Chris is kind of available.
Yeah, Chris is available. And in a turn of events, they are playing Truth or Dare. And Chris and Talou, like, first Chris gives Talou a lap dance because he was a stripper. He was a stripper. Well, I don't know if he was a stripper or an exotic dancer or whatever. But, oh my God, it was really hot. And then Chris in turn dares Tolu to like, I dare you to sit on my lap and kiss me. And then they make out.
Then they start making out.
And I was like, damn.
They match up.
Yes.
And then they like become a couple.
Yeah. So then they're like, you know what? We should match up together. Perfect. And then another challenge happens and Stefan and Alara win that one. And
Stefan really fucked Tolu over in this moment because he's selected for
Chris to go on a date with Melinda.
Melinda, who is legitimately Tolu in a different format.
Yeah.
In a different font.
She's a bit more like firecrackery.
The host of the show that Chris was on. And Chris always had like a little crush on Melinda. You know, just kind of like how everyone had a crush on
what's her face in Love Island? Why am I forgetting her name right now?
Flack.
What?
Flack.
You're talking about Caroline Flack?
Yeah.
I was not talking about her. I'm talking about the current
host.
People
loved her though. And Maya Jama, people love Maya Jama.
Harry Styles dated her for a while.
Who? Caroline Flack?
Yeah.
Wow. But
so I'm talking about Maya Jama. Yeah, everyone has a crush on Maya Jama.
I mean, look at her. It's Maya Jama.
She's stunning.
They get stunning people to host these shows, and Melinda is like that bubbly, like I said, gives Tolu in a different font. Very sweet. They go on a date. They kind of hit it off.
Yeah, because Chris made it seem like he was kind of vibing her more.
Kaz and Micah get their first test because they set up Kaz with Holly from Don't Know.
Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, she's like obviously gorgeous and like.
And I guess that's more of Kaz's type, supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly.
Because Stefan thinks... I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. Sorry. But he thinks that...
Stefan thinks...
Micah is like bringing Kaz's personality down.
And Micah isn't like super bubbly, but she's nice.
Yeah.
She's like a good person. And I think it's sad that Stefan is like kind of after her because they were originally like partnered together, like matched together.
Yeah, and Micah brought in Alara for
Stefan. So it's just kind of like, Stefan, you're being kind of rude to Micah, but whatever.
But so anyways, he's trying to win this game. I think that's why he's like, I'm trying to ruin these couples. So we're the top
he's,
dogs.
I guess, kind of doing strategy. But anyways, Kaz goes on a date with Holly. It's like this clay thing, and they're like
an intimate date. They're like really washing each other's bodies and stuff.
They're like watching each other's bodies and like hands all over each other. And I'm just like, oh my god, I don't like this for Micah. Like it's so sad because I just hate seeing that. And then. But Chris and Melinda's date is a little more lighthearted, but still they chill. They're talking. You could tell that there was a connection, but ultimately when he comes back, Chris picks Tolu,
which I was so excited about. I was like, he picked her because I just think they're so cute. I'm in love with their love, but I'm like, I can't take this too seriously because like half of these couples do not exist because. It's not spoiler, real. But not really spoiler. Like before, they recorded this so long ago. That Melinda is in a full ass relationship right now.
Yeah,
with a man that is stunning.
Yeah, so like none of this matters.
He is so hot. Yeah. Like I'm like,
but Tolu and Chris being together and surviving, that was so exciting. And now we're seeing essentially if Kaz is going to pick Micah because he's like. Micah, he goes to Micah and he's like, I'm leaning towards you, but his head is still turned. And then Holly basically told Micah, like, yeah, I mean, it was intimate and he did tell me I was his type. And, you know, and then Micah's like, you're a liar. And then now he's like, oh, she called me a liar. I'm so off her right now, venting to Holly. And that's kind of how we like left it, right? Like, it was just kind of like.
I feel like Holly kind of instigated that.
For sure. Like Holly's coming in. I mean, she calls herself Holly the Hurricane, something like that. I was like, well, yeah, bitch, you are a hurricane. Like she comes in and she's like trying to turn his head and she's just trying to be in the show.
Yeah.
So she's trying everything she's got to do. And at the end of the day, if Kaz is turning his head, why would Micah want to be with him anyways? Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. One thing we did not talk about though, is that before Dom left, he threw out this comment with Jess and Harry, Dom and like someone else. They were hanging out.
Yeah.
And Dom threw out a comment about Harry basically just being like, oh, yeah, he's just playing the game.
Oh, my God. How could I fucking forget about this?
This was crazy.
So sorry.
It was crazy.
Because there's so many aspects to the show.
There's so much that
happens. There's so much more than I thought happened. I was like.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is going to be easy to talk. No. There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
But yeah, so obviously that comment makes Jess spiral. And she's like, wait. What are you talking about?
Why is he a bad person?
What do you mean? Like, why are you saying that he's playing a game? Like, why are you acting like. And. Dom tried to like backtrack and be like, oh, I just meant, and it didn't really work. So then Dom leaves because he didn't get a partner because Alara didn't want him. And so did Jake because also he had no riz. He was like, why are you here?
Jake was random.
Yeah. And so then Jess tries to talk to Harry about that comment. And I feel like she came in with such a level head.
Clear communication.
Yeah.
And he fucking freaks the fuck out.
Freaks out. He immediately starts being like, if you're gonna think this about me, like maybe like this isn't gonna work. I don't know what, but he just starts like just wanting to block her out and not want to listen. And I'm like, bro, that is not how you handle situations. And it felt like Jess was talking to her child. Yeah. I'm like, she already has a kid. She does not need to be having a baby another person. You know what I mean? And like, I understand why he's breaking down a bit, because basically everyone is just talking shit about him, saying that he's just not a loyal person. He's not a good person. Yeah. He shouldn't be with him. But also, like, I feel like Jess, yes, she was concerned about it, but she wasn't acting like, oh my God, I can't be with you because you're doing this and yada, yada, yada. Like she clearly just wanted to talk to him. Yeah. But anyway, so he's like, oh, I need a moment. And so he goes into the room and he's like sobbing on his own. And then later on, you see that Jess comes into the room and she just like she's just like patting his back and she starts crying too. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like, it's really
not that deep.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I'm just like,
that's how we left them.
And then no, they woke up the next day and they were like fine. And she starts putting the blame on herself, which I really didn't like. I'm like, girl, you did not need to put your blame on yourself. She didn't know
in the moment though. She probably looks back at it and she's like, nah.
Yeah, because she was like, it was partially my fault because I was thinking bad things about you or whatever. And I'm just like, no, you had valid reason to be concerned.
To believe that, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I just thought, damn, that was kind of traumatic. But I guess Harry kind of talks about how he handles like these situations and like how he, has to learn from them and take some accountability. Yeah, because he does. He's really bad at taking accountability for his actions.
Yep.
So I want to listen to his podcast talking about that. But something that I saw yesterday, because I follow Melinda on Instagram, because I never watched her season or anything, but I just like her content on social media. She posted on Instagram about the perfect match, and she's like, what do you guys think about things? And I took a screenshot.
Stop.
Yeah, because I was just like, oh, this is juicy. Someone commented and said, just stay away from Harry, please. That man is a problem. He needs therapy, Jesus, and exorcist. Anything. And then she commented back and she said, probably the worst human being on this planet, and you're about to see why in a few days.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And here's the thing. She kind of likes to chomp on the bit and like keep the bit going. Chomp on the bit. And so I'm like, are you just saying this like to cause drama? You know what I mean? Like, cause she would be that person to do that because they were friends on the show. Like they were hugging me like, oh my God, hey, so nice to see you.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what Harry's going to do though. To be the worst human being ever.
He is wild.
He's wild. And what we see in the preview is that everyone who got invited to do the show will be coming into back. The house and causing a bunch of chaos.
And causing chaos. So all the people that we said that were gone, JK, they're not going to be gone. And it releases tomorrow.
It does release tomorrow.
We got Bridgerton crazy. And we got that. It's a full week.
A full week of content. I'm excited because, I mean, some people that didn't come onto the show, well, actually, I don't really know any of them except for Trevor, who was the liar that had a girlfriend on Love is Blind.
Another mullet man.
Yep. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
But damn, the drama, it's coming.
It's so drama.
And I'm really team Chris and Tolu, and I'm just hoping that like out of all the couples, I don't need any of them to be together, but I would love if they were still together. That's just my dreams.
Love them, but they're probably not together. But the
way that they kiss each other, though, I'm like, damn, I need someone to kiss me like that. Like,
yeah,
it's a beautiful kiss.
It's beautiful.
She got her Flynn Rider, and that's all I want in life. Basically, I just wish I was Tolu.
Stop. That's so funny.
But that's the perfect match, you guys. Holy shit. So much stuff.
I know. It's so much stuff.
Woo.
So next week, we'll definitely be talking about The perfect match, the last episodes. I think is it the last episodes, or are they going to do another?
I think it's just going to release all the other 6 episodes.
Good. And then same with Bridgerton. End of Bridgerton, end of Perfect Match.
But
put a bow on that.
Just a little celebrity gossip going on.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Well, not really gossip, but
wait, can we talk about how Rihanna just said, yeah, I'm going to start my whole album over. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I really don't know much about that besides what.
That's it. That's the news. If you guys don't know, she's also like starting her hairline or whatever.
Yeah,
so
she just had a launch party or something for it.
So it's just like, okay, she doesn't need to be making music, to be honest.
She clearly is an entrepreneur now.
She has so much money, it's just stupid. But she has a song in her heart.
Let it out.
And maybe but apparently she's been working on it
from scratch again.
Apparently she's been working on it so long that she like listened back to it. She's like, nah, it's gonna be a minute. Apparently she literally said like it's gonna be a second.
Yeah. I mean, if you work on it for that long, yeah, you're gonna be like, oh shit, this sounds old now because I started it so long ago.
Like, I mean, think about it. She hasn't released an album since like, what's the last album she released?
I don't know.
Don't tell me it's like 2016, is it?
Was it work? Is that the last thing
I really think so. That was like 2016.
That's crazy.
Great year for music. It was. And it was a great year for theater as well.
The way I can't remember what happened last week, I don't know what happened.
I mean, it was like when Ben Platt was in Dear Evan Hansen. We had Cynthia Erivo in a fucking Color Purple. The Hamilton was popping off. That was like the same year.
Yeah.
Great year for music and musical theater.
Yeah.
And now here we are watching Limpika. Sorry.
I don't know anything about. Oh, I've seen clips about it, but I'm still very confused whenever I watched it. I'm just like, all right, sing.
I went so off topic, but anyways, Rihanna is starting her album over again. Apparently, that's all the celebrity dramas I have.
It's in 2 years.
We'll get it in like 5 years, but then she's gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta redo it again." Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
She just wants to make babies.
Damn. Ugh. Sorry. Funny thinking about babies. So anyway, other things that are happening. Jason Tartick finally confirmed what we've all known.
And we've known.
They hard launched the relationship, him and Kat Stickler. Cute. Happy for him.
Poor Caitlin Bristowe.
Which, I'm sorry, Kat Stickler is Caitlin Bristowe in another font.
I know. And I just feel like Caitlin Bristowe is just, I don't know. I just love her.
She's kind of going off the rails.
But she's kind of going off the rails.
I'm like, are you okay?
I don't think she is.
But I don't know. And they share dogs.
I really thought her and Jason were going to be together.
Me too. I was such a fan of their relationship. I really was.
So sad. Sorry. Anyways.
So there's that. So random, but I think Greg Grippo, he broke up with Victoria?
Victoria.
And he was living in Nashville, but he's back in Brooklyn. He's back in Brooklyn, baby.
I love him.
Yeah. I'm like, how do I run into Greg?
And Andrew?
Chicago? I actually just need Andrew, but he is so locked into Chicago. I don't think he's
in his Chicago pocket.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Chicago snows too much. Get out of there, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know why he's there. Andrew needs to be in New York.
Oh. Anyway, so there's that. Also, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but there's rumors that Natalie cheated on Nick Viall before they got engaged.
Yeah, that's like starting to like come out.
Which is kind of crazy. Like, I guess she went to a trip in Paris.
Yeah.
And like one of her friends, somebody somewhere, there is a rumor that occurred.
That occurred, and I think it's true because I think they kind of addressed it on their pod,
Not
apparently,
really.
like offhand. That's what people are saying. I don't really know.
It's just that like before the cheating happened, Nick would always be like, I am zero tolerance on cheating, like if like you know what I mean. But then after that occurred, he's more like I'm more about like working things out and like talking to your partner. And
yeah.
So who knows? But
who knows?
I mean, she's young.
Like, she's my age. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's what, fucking 39?
I think he's 40.
You're so right. I keep wanting to give him the grace.
He's in his 40s and she's 26.
But hey, if they work things out and they're happy now, then that's what matters. Because I heard, I mean, I do like them together, I will say. So there's that. And then just some happy content. Ariana Grande, her music video, and
The Boy
you don't
Is
like this one as much, but
Mine.
Sabrina Carpenter released please music video.
No, I like both of them.
I love both of them.
You know, I'm biased. I'm gonna pick Ari. I'm gonna pick Ari. I'm gonna pick
I love
Ari every
Please
single time.
Please Please because it has Barry Keoghan from Saltburn in it, and he looks
It was
so hot in it.
like the concepts for both of them were so like giving musical theater.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like these are straight musical theater girls, and they said I will give you a full story with these music videos.
Like, so Sabrina's like in a jail cell, and then she gets out,
and it's a continuation from I'm working late.
Yeah, because I'm a singer.
Yeah, it's a continuation from that storyline. Espresso. There we go. And she sees Barry coming into jail, this rugged man, and she's like, I have to be with him even though he's so bad and toxic.
And it's just
please,
that.
please, don't
and it's
break
just
my
that.
heart. Motherfucker. The way that she says motherfucker in such a country accent, I'm like, what?
I'm like, what's
happening? Put my cowboy hat on real quick.
The cowboy hat comes on for that moment, and then it goes away.
Exactly.
It's like Beyonce with that funny album.
Yes. And then Ari's freaking music video was so wild to me. I'm still confused by what was happening. The rats are taking
I love
over.
that Penn Badgley was in it because it's like she's obsessed with Penn Badgley in this. And it's like the you of it all. The Netflix show you of it all, because it's like she's now obsessed with him. She's like has this love potion that she's gonna give him, and he's like the mayor, and they have a rat problem. It's so New York City. There's a rat problem, and like he's like, we're gonna release all these cats and they're all gonna kill the rats. And then she's obsessed with him, and she dresses as a cat, brings this love potion, breaks into his place.
Can we talk about though? She like makes a circle in the window with her nail, as Catwoman does.
Yes.
And somehow she is the tiniest circle I've ever seen in my life.
Tiniest
and
circle.
She got through that window through that.
It's Ariana Grande. She's tiny. She can get
through
through it.
She is very tiny. But I was just like, oh my God.
She gets through it. She's like spying on him, and then she's like in his bed and like trying to seduce him, and then she like fucking attacks him, reels him in, is about to give him the potion, and then all of a sudden he slaps the potion away. He doesn't need the potion. We don't need the potion, and then it ends. And the outro scene has me cackling. They're just together with some cats. And I literally was like, that song, both of these songs were not about that concept of the music video at all, but like, I'm here for it.
Sabrina's a little bit more spot on.
Maybe.
But Ari just said,
I'm sorry,
I just have a story
Ari
to tell.
literally was just like, I'm telling a random ass story.
I have a story to tell, and I will tell it. I thought it was great, though. I loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was giving, like, she had in my opinion, her best music video is Thank You Next. It's so good. It's so good. It's just so well crafted, and it was giving that, but just like shorter.
I never watched any of her music videos until we had like one binge night where we just kept watching.
On occasion I get really high and I like to watch music videos. Kill me, sue me. I love MTV.
What I was gonna say is that all of her music videos are kind of crazy like that. They all have most of them have like a random concept, and she's like, I'm going to tell this story.
Well,
like,
it started happening
in a laboratory.
That was 34, 35.
Yeah.
It happened like Thank You Next and on.
Yeah.
Because that's positions. Like, yeah. She did for Break Free and stuff, and like Seven Rings.
Those are normal.
Seven Rings was like just being a bad bitch. Like, it's just like some of them are just, but this.
She took a turn, and she said, I actually
34,
want to
35,
go back to being a musical theater
yeah, like she has a
story.
And then like Thank You Next, there's like a story or stories and nostalgia and,
Yeah. And I love it. I'm here for it.
Me too.
But that's all I got.
Yeah.
We're back. We're back in business, baby. We did a podcast together again. Yay.
In the same room.
And
hopefully all these things worked.
My God, we have so many. We literally have like a
so
laptop
many things
recording,
out.
a phone recording. We have 2 ring lights. We
so
have
much.
2 laptops. I don't know what's happening, and I'm hoping we can get this all together, guys.
Yes.
For you.
And for Lulu.
And
Lulu was a good girl.
Where's Lulu?
She was a good girl.
Is she in here?
No, she's sleeping in my room.
Perfect.
The baby is sleeping, and we recorded the podcast. And next week, we will be talking about Bridgerton finale, Perfect Match finale, and anything else that's in our hearts.
Whatever comes to us.
We'll see you next time. See you on the other side.
All right, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.